Angie McMann.
Yes, that's me. Under one of these hearts is a message telling you how to best manifest and attract more love into your life. Which heart calls to you? Heart pile number 1. Let's see what your message is to draw more love to you this week. Are you ready? Can you feel it? The love is coming towards you. All right, let's see. Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Ask yourself this question. Do you really want someone in your life? Or do you feel like you need to have somebody in your life because that's what your social circle seems to believe? Ask that. Do you really need someone? Or are you happy being single? That's kind of a tough question because we do live in a society where things appear to be more couple related, but they don't have to be. So now we have telepathic, close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So have you ever had that moment where you're with someone and you're present? And present being that you're literally focused on them, and not in a crazy weird way, but you're just connected. And you might finish their sentence for them, or you can you hear in your head what they're going to say before they say it. And that's because the energies that we give off, we're kind of share them, guys. I believe we are one. We are all one in this big organism that is the world, that is the universe. And we have the ability when we're with someone else, and sometimes when we're far away, to connect. And yeah, we don't know how it happens, but most of us have experienced this. Most of us have had this. So this is what you're looking for. If you're single, we'll do relationship in a minute. If you're single, so just ask yourself, do you really want somebody? Because it looks like you really want to connect with someone deeper than just dating. Okay, so how do we do that? You stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You want to draw to you the love that you want. And be careful that if you're not in a good headspace or confident in yourself, that you can be drawing to you the love you think you deserve. And sometimes when we think crappy things about ourselves, we're drawing people who are going to treat us that way, because the law of attraction is what you put out into the world is what you bring back to you, is what comes back to you. So if you're saying, I'm fat, I'm stupid, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, you're going to get a guy who's like, you'd be pretty if you only lost 10 pounds. Oh my God, that is not what you want, right? Can you imagine? Or have a girl say, you'd be handsome if you had more hair. Whatever the rude thing is right now, you want to see somebody's heart. And that telepathic is also that deeper connection. You're looking for someone in that deeper connection. So don't be so rushed if you're single. Ask yourself why you really want this relationship. Now we have make the choice that empowers you. Yes. Butterfly wings. Maybe you're not out of your cocoon phase yet. Maybe you're still blossoming. Maybe you're so busy flying free and growing that this is just what other people want for you. So decide what's best for you. So for self-care tip for this week, Spirit's saying, watch a movie. Relax, have a cup of tea, coffee, whatever, hot cocoa, relax, okay? So just fall into the world that makes you happy if you're single. Now, if you've picked one and you're in a relationship, this is saying, look at what you've developed as a baseline for your relationship, because everything can be tweaked. So you might be in a routine. You've fallen into a rut. You only see each other in the hallway on the way out the door in the morning. Change that. Sit down and look eye to eye with your partner. Eye to eye. Try and set a timer and do it for 30 seconds. Look at each other in the eye. And it's hard. It's really tough because that's intimacy. You're vulnerable. I mean, we're one of the few creatures on the planet that when we have sex, we are eye to eye, because it is just that intense. And a lot of animals, when you look at them in the eye, they get defensive, right? And you think of an animal, you lock eyes with an animal, they get into defense stance. But not humans, or shouldn't. It's just, you're seeing into someone. So allow yourself with your partner, if you're coupled, to go eye to eye, sit across from each other, no phones, talk, look in each other's eyes. Start it by setting a timer for 30 seconds and being quiet. Something will come into your head, and then after the 30 seconds, engage in a conversation. It really can be a good relationship builder. So now stay optimistic, obviously. This young woman here is serving up to her God some flowers. So maybe it's time to do something romantic for each other again. What did you used to do when you were dating for the other person that you knew they liked? I mean, it could be something so simple as, a foot rub, or, just watching a game with them, or whatever, a walk in the park, even though you don't necessarily, maybe you have allergies, just take that allergy pill and take that walk. It's going to make all the difference for your relationship. So make choices that empowers you, decide together what's going to make you stronger. And sometimes that's going to be in the middle. So empowerment is also doing what's best for the greatest and highest good of both of you. And then watch a movie together if you're coupled. Okay, that seems to be your messages for this week. I am wishing you all the love. Take care. For those of you who chose the second heart, your message is, I love you. These are powerful words. Someone needs to say it. Someone needs to say it again. A lot of times I remember my husband used to say, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should know. Well, guess what? Sometimes you just need to hear it, don't you? Now we have synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So those are the things that, you thought of each other at the same time. Just be open to it. Just be open to that. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. The worst thing you can say to yourself when you fail is, well, that's how my mom/dad, whatever, was. That is very damaging. So you want to address that. You do not want to accept the flaws of your parents and say, that's just how I am. Okay? Warning there. Now we have Dare to Dream. And your self-care card is Rest. The beautiful thing about this choice, this lineup of cards, is it doesn't really matter whether or not you're coupled or you are single. It's all the same. Someone in your life needs to hear the words, I love you, from you. You might be the one right now saying, well, I chose this because I'm looking for love. Yes, but what you put out is what you get back. So someone around you needs to hear those words from you. And it's funny because now you've got, the synchronicity is like, you will start to see that when you put out the kindness and you start that first, you get it back. So that's how this ties together. So those of you who chose the gold heart, just know that someone needs to hear those words from you. Okay? It will come back to you. It will. And then this, whatever it is that you didn't like about your parents, ask yourself how that attaches to you. If your parents had communication issues, are you having the same kinds of problems in your relationships? So just maybe not, but ask yourself that question, because you're looking for love and you're looking for real and solid. So Spirit's just saying there's something that you need to check in on, tap in, tap in, find out what's happening in your heart chakra, what's happening in your core. Where are you? It's because something seems to have popped up recently for you. Dare to dream. Dare to dream. That's believe big, go big, and go home. Know that you are worth the love that you're asking for. You're worth the love that you want. Now, whether you're partnered or whether you're single, you deserve to be loved. And your self-care card for this week is rest. More than above and beyond everything else, make sure you get that rest. Get the nap during the day. You know, take a break during work. We live in a culture of burnout. So, you know, boss be damned. Take 10, 15 minutes. If you're the type that eats your lunch at your desk every single day because you're trying to play catch up, you know what? That's not healthy. So no one but you can decide that enough is enough. So this is your permission to say boundaries. No, I need my break. Okay? So I'm wishing you all the love, and I will see you next week. Pile 3 with the red heart. We've got simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. That's fulfillment. That's joy and fulfillment. Giving is happiness. Your self-care card came out early, so this seems to be very important for you since it seemed to come out before the others have in the other draws. So here's chanting. Vocalization helps with your vibration. It also helps with breathing, which brings more oxygen into your body. So as woo-woo as it can be to do some chanting, you know what? You can get the same benefit from singing in the shower. It's truly the same physical thing. You're raising your vibration, which is another way of saying you're lifting your spirits, you're lifting your mood. You're vocalizing, which sends you're taking in more air, which puts oxygen into your body, which is good for you. So whether you want to call it chanting or go sing in the shower, Spirit's just saying, that's very good for you this week. So try that. Even if it's a sad song, if you're feeling sad, sing the sad song. Sing it, but vocalize. Now you've got rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So you might be looking for, and I see this little kid here with a sparkler. You know, as adults, we tend to destroy our inner child, or our inner child has been worn down by other people's beliefs, other people's rules. And Spirit saying to you this week to find your love for yourself. Your inner child needs to be reignited. So whatever you used to do as a kid that you used to love to do, find it and do that this week as your fun time. So this weekend or one evening, did you used to love to play Pictionary? Did you enjoy painting, coloring books, puzzles, playing with sparklers, whatever? Find your inner child and love them, which will help you draw more love to you. So now we've got flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So whether you're single or coupled, it doesn't matter. This message is still the same. And flirt with someone. If you're single, surely there's someone you have your eye on. Take the chance and flirt with them. If you're coupled, it's time to, flirt back like you were dating again. So now listen to the still small voice within. One of the saddest things that happens as adults is we tune less into that inner child, and a lot of times they will guide us. It's kind of the same voice that your intuition's always there. But we tell ourselves as adults it doesn't exist, or that's too weird, or that seems too woo-woo, and you got to get back to listening to yourself again. And that's what this is saying. It's not going to let you down. You're not going to let yourself down. Okay? This is getting back to fun. You've got acts of kindness, singing. You've got, rekindling that inner child, flirting, and listening to what you need. What do you need this week? And that loving heart is how you're going to get more love to you this week. Okay? I'm wishing you all the love, and I will talk to you next week. Take care. You chose the big boy on the end. This massive heart of mine. It's very heavy too. All right, let's see what we have. Practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. When we're looking for love, we might have an idea or an experience or relationship that we're getting out of. And, when it dissipated, when it broke up, it left you with certain thoughts about that person. It left you, there might be some ugliness lingering or some sadness or some anger. And here's where we need to tap into compassion. Because although it hurt you, they didn't wake up saying they wanted to hurt you. They weren't born on this earth saying, I want to go and hurt people. Most 99.999% of the planet does not do that. So the only way that they use in coaching, we use this, is to flip the perspective. If you were them and you had their life experiences, why did you act that way? And that we do that with ourselves too. You look at your past, psychology, you look at your past and what your experiences were and why you react to people the way you do. And they're saying, flip that. Do it for other people. And this works in every situation, whether it's a friendship, a boss, a coworker. Now, and it's kind of hard to do because you're like, your instinct, your ego says, I don't care. They're just a jerk. But that's not really the case, because somebody out there is also saying the same about you, right? There's always someone who doesn't like us. There's always going to be somebody who does. That's the way of the world. So this is about practicing compassion to draw more love to you this week. You're being asked to try and flip your perspective to the other person, no matter what kind of relationship it is we're dealing with, in order to create more love. The idea is to flip your perspective. So now we have boundaries. So this person, you can't change how they behave, but you can certainly change how you react to them, how you respond. Actually, you wish to respond. Reacting is somebody says something and you say, screw you. Responding is holding back, recognizing I'm mad. I do not like how they just said that to me. Taking a moment, count your heartbeats, do whatever it takes to back up from that situation and just say, whatever, or this can wait until another time because now I'm upset. Boundaries. You set your boundaries and control it so it doesn't go further. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay. Well, for those of you who are single, they've riled you. I'm almost getting a trope, a enemies to lovers trope here, where somebody that maybe you were irritated with, now maybe you were irritated because they got under your skin. Well, you do control how you react, but give it a chance, right? That thing that you originally didn't like about him could have been a fluke. So just know where your boundaries are, and this can, you can pursue it. So now we have, you are capable of magical creation. So if you want this to work out and you're single and you're saying, ugh, they got on my nerves so bad. And now you're like, you know what, I see something else here, right? You can allow that magic to happen. You can be the one to make that little spark ignite into a fire. But, you can also douse it out with a bucket of water. That's on you. So for your personal care, to make yourself to bring yourself joy. Spirit saying some sweet treats, bake something, have a cake, eat that donut that you were thinking about, just it's something sweet. You're giving, this is allowing you to give yourself permission to have, you don't need a whole dozen donuts, but instead of saying you got to diet all the time or that's not what you eat, allow it. Life is short, enjoy that little sweet treat. And if you're in a coupling, if you're in a relationship, we'll go back to, the way they acted towards you that you didn't like. Try and flip the perspective. Why did they react that way? Talk it out. If you absolutely don't like their behavior, you can set your boundaries respectfully and put up with no nonsense. But this will also create a newness in your relationship. It sounds like these boundaries are going to be something that you haven't done before. So it will establish a trust actually with the other person, because if you can stand up for what you believe in, it shows the other person that they can too. Now, when it's a bad dynamic, it turns into headbutting, but this is saying you're capable of magic, so that does not have to turn into a full-blown headbutting. Okay, so maybe bake your loved one something that they enjoy, maybe buy them that cookie or whatever. This looks like in a coupling, do something nice, to soften this blow that it looks like you have this little struggle of boundaries and you had to set them, but you've created a new relationship through it. So kudos. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how this is going. If you enjoyed this and if you'd like me to change something, let me know that too, because I am here for you guys. This is why I do it. Okay, wishing you all the love. Until next week, I'll see you then.